The greats were not lying when they said it will not be easy. The journey to success, whatever your path looks like, it will not be easy. This isn't a video of me saying, I want to have it easy, I wish it wasn't so hard. No, like, I don't care. But you need to understand when you do embark on this journey, it will not be easy. It'll probably take you a lot longer than what you anticipate, especially because of social media nowadays. People show this lifestyle and it seems like they're doing really well for themselves. They got it all figured out. Some people are doing really well for themselves, but don't make that feel like you're behind, because I was in this situation. I've known quite a few guys, I still know them now. I know quite a few guys in this space of self-improvement. They're around my age and they're killing it right now. And I used to look at them and be like, shit, like, why are they so much further ahead on their journey than what I am? We've been doing it at the same time, or this person been doing it less time than me, but I'm still so far away from my goals. But you need to understand that your journey is not the same as other people. There's certain lessons that you need to learn that they don't. There's certain lessons that they need to learn that you don't. That's why your journey and how you're going to get to whatever goal it is you're trying to get to will not be the same as anyone's, because your life is completely different. And that's okay, and that's what makes it good. Like, your journey is personal to you, and there's certain things that you need to learn in order to, before you get to your goal. And in order to, once you've gained these things, attain these things for life. Because again, I've known a few people, they gain a success and then they lose it, because what can be gotten today can be taken away from you tomorrow. That's life. That's the harsh reality. So don't wish for fast success. Obviously, like, you're always in your head gonna want to achieve the goal like as soon as possible. It's normal, it's natural. But don't go looking at other people and wishing like, shit, I wish I could just get it now. I wish I could just gain it. Because that's when you start to cut corners. You start to fall out of love with the journey, because now you're trying to rush the process rather than just sitting back, enjoying the process, and letting life or God, whatever your beliefs are, take control of the situation. That's when you reach peace of mind, and that's when you'll enjoy the journey most. When you understand everything takes time, and there is no perfect timing. There honestly is not. And sometimes, look, let me be real. There's a lot of things over the past 2.5 years that I thought were for me. I thought, this side hustle, yeah, that's how I'm going to get on my 9 to 5. That's how I'm going to make my money. I walked away from that because, beliefs and values changed. Started another one. Yeah, this is it. And by the way, I wholeheartedly believe this as well. It's not just me half-assing it. I'm working every single day on this side hustle. I really, really believe that this was meant for me. This was going to be my life. 8 months later, I've walked away from it because I just do not enjoy it anymore. Then I get into personal branding. I post on Instagram. I'm like, yep, this is it. This is how I'm going to get the brand deals. This is how I'm going to leave my 9 to 5. I'm going to grow my brand. What, like 4 months maybe? Yeah, probably about 4 months, 5 months, maybe even longer. I walked away from it because I was like, this isn't me again. Like, this isn't what I want deep down. It's just I'm listening to other people and they're telling me, oh, this is how I got my success. This is how I got my first brand deal. This is how I walked down my 9 to 5. This is how I started my own business. So obviously you're like, well, all right, like this seems good, that this seems enjoyable. Getting into it, you're enjoying it because it's new, like everything. But deep down the whole time I was like, no, like this isn't really me. Like, there's some bits that were great about it and I really liked, but other things I was like, I can't imagine myself doing this. But I wasn't wise enough to walk away, because I'm like, oh, like, am I quitting? Like, I'm just quitting. Or this is an excuse. And I also didn't want to just walk away and do nothing, because my brain was, by this point, like 2.5 years into this journey, my brain's completely rewired. It is not satisfied when I'm just coming home and I'm doing nothing. I'm not working on anything at all. I don't mind, like sitting down, chilling for half an hour, getting food. Like, I don't have to be working 24/7, but I need to have a project to work on that's working towards my goals. I can't just be working a 9 to 5, going to the gym, that's it. And then I ended up on YouTube, long story short. And this is where I'm most happy, but no one told me, oh yeah, YouTube's great. Oh yeah, like, this is how I managed to blow up on YouTube. It was a decision based off my goals and what I wanted to do with my personal brand. And now, like, I'm loving it, and I don't have anyone helping me. I don't have anyone telling me do this, do that. It's all just me. I'm just doing it for myself. And yeah, but getting back to the point, we went off on a tangent there, but you need to understand that, like, it's not going to be easy. And that whole, oh yeah, it's not easy, it's not this, it's going to take this many years, whatever, like, the people that are saying this are not lying, but it's something that you learn when you take the path to success and take the path to your goals. But you cannot quit. You cannot quit. I'm 2.5 years into the journey. 3 years April, like, next year April, I'm 3 years into the journey. And there's been times where obviously I wanted to quit, but I never did. I've changed the vehicle that I'm using to get me to my goals, but that's about it. I never gave up on myself because it's hard and because I'm not enjoying it anymore. I don't feel like doing it. That was never a thing. But that was something that I had to work on. I had to build a bulletproof mindset, because I've had a few things, but all the people around me, they didn't know that they were struggling at all, which was even worse for me. Obviously, it showed me that it was possible, but when you're, 2 years into a journey and kind of feels like you're in the same position, that obviously financially and what your sort of success looks like, however you measure it, it does get to you a lot. It really does. But you need to understand that nothing worth having comes easy. It's cliche. You heard it 100 times before, but it hits harder when you're on a journey, because there's a lot of side hustles that you can walk in, and 3 months time you can be making money from it, but how much of value is in that? How much pride is in, I'm not gonna say anything in case people are doing side hustles, but how much pride is really in just going to an easy side hustle that's trending right now? Because you've also got to think about the foundations. How strong are the foundations of what you're building off of? Because you don't want to start, getting into a hard bit, and a storm comes and every foundation you have is just destroyed because it's weak. Because it in your head is like, okay, well, that was pointless. There's no point in doing anything, is it? Because that's how easy it can get broken. But if you build strong foundations, you work on something that's meaningful and you truly have a passion for it, and you don't mind going a year, 2 years, 3 years without getting any results, that is the joy, that is the journey, that is the grind. Doing something because it's trending and everyone else is doing it, there's nothing in that. There's nothing prideful about doing that. And what are you going to do? Oh yeah, I'll do it for 6 months, gain some money, then I'll leave. Right, you might as well just get a 9 to 5. Honesty speaking, you might as well just get a 9 to 5 rather than dropping side hustle to side hustle. Or you can do whatever, get a job. You don't have to. I'm not here to tell you to do anything, but make sure you're building something that's worthwhile. And you need to understand, like, honestly, take away from this video that nothing worth having comes easy. They weren't lying when they said it was hard. You're going to be working, you're going to be grinding every single day. Take that in before you start the journey, because if you're not going to finish the job, there ain't no point in even starting, bro. I'll be honest. I'll be 100% honest. It'll be a waste of time. So whatever it is you choose to do, make sure you finish the mission. Don't quit because it gets hard. Because let me leave you with something that really hit home when I first heard it. Imagine your child, daughter, son, whatever, comes up to you, they're going through something hard in life, and they say, you know, dad or mum, how did you get through any hard times in your life? And you've got to look them in the eyes and tell them that you quit. Oh yeah, son, when times got tough for me, I just quit. Like, imagine having to say that. And that's something that's kept me going. Don't be delusional about it. Like, if it's time to hang up the gloves on a certain mission because it's doing more harm than good, obviously, like, you can stop. You can change the direction you're going in. Don't just, you know, try sucking blood out of a stone. I think that's how the saying goes. Because then you're just wasting time. But be smart, be calculated, but don't quit. I've changed the vehicle that I'm using 3, 4, 5 times now because it's a journey. I'm trying to find myself. I'm trying to find what works. There's no shame in that, but don't just completely quit and stop for the whole entire time and get back and, you know, just waste your time playing computer games and stuff like that. Like, there's no point in doing that because that's just as worse as quitting, like doing nothing. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up this video now before I send up waffling, and then the message just gets a bit weak. But yeah, that's the message of today.